Well, as they say, away we go. And here I am on a bus going through the streets of Istanbul on the way to this beautiful baklava factory. And everything looks clean, everything looks really nice. And here I am going inside. You see the walls are pink. There it is, Baklavari. And I went down and I thought, my God, where am I going? Downstairs, and we went through to this lovely office where I met the owner. And to the right of me, you can see this lovely lady. She is my guide. This is all done in Turkish and some broken English. But what I'm gathering here is that this is a factory or a cuisine that was started many years ago by his grandfather and then his brother. And here is a picture of his grandfather and his father before him, who owned this cuisine, and I would imagine passed on some family secrets, you know, just like we do at home. Here are some of the ingredients that go into the baklava. Of course, you can see pistachio nuts, and my guide is taking some. Let's see, what else does he have here? That looks like pecans. Very fresh. I remember that. Yes, what is that?
Bu Şanlıurfa yağı, bizim yörenin yağı. Şimdi bu tereyağı deyin siz buna.
Ha, butter.
Tereyağı.
Oh, using butter and butter.
Tamamen Şanlıurfa'da yetişen, dünyanın hiçbir yerinde yetişmeyen lezzetli bir yağ.
That is the only production which belongs to Şanlıurfa that you can never ever find the same taste in anywhere in the world.
Hatta Amerika'ya bile Şanlıurfa'dan ithal ediliyor.
They export the butter to United States.
To make the baklava.
Çok özel bir kokusu olan bir yağ.
Very special.
Oh wow! It almost like a cheese smell. It's wonderful.
Koyun sütünden üretilen bir yağ, tamamen.
Yeah, the butter production from the sheep milk. Yeah.
Yes. Do you use honey in baklava?
No, honey? I don't think so.
Sugar.
Bal kullanıyor muyuz?
Yok, kesinlikle.
Never ever. That's why the Greek people use
sugar.
Yeah.
Only sugar. Okay.
Powdered sugar
and this is the sugar. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
And flour. Here we are putting on our white aprons and or white coats actually, and stay with us. We are going right inside. Here we are in this baklava cuisine. There's a glass window that I am looking through. This place is so clean. Look at the masks people are wearing, the hats over their hair, their uniforms. They even have little plastic, what we would call shower caps, that go over the shoes. Now watch what he's doing. He is rolling out the dough. They seem to be doing this for many, many hours a day, getting the dough as thin as possible. And you see the other gentleman in the background with the dough that has been rolled out. He is placing it. They are all working so hard. I've never seen anything like this. And when you see the man start rolling the dough, you'll see just what I'm talking about. This is the only piece of machinery that I've seen in this entire baklava cuisine. Everything else is done by hand. He's taken the prime part of the dough, the thinnest part of what they were rolling out before, and he's put it through this, and watch what happens to it. He's adding extra flour so it doesn't stick, and there it is. This is part of the dressing of the baklava, and you'll see it as it's going to be coming out in sheets in a moment. Look how thin it's getting. Can you see that? This is all part of just plain old baklava. Now, as we said before, watch these men as they just roll out the dough. I was amazed. They keep this up for many hours. To me, it was like a good workout. They just keep going. We can see what he's cutting off of all those rolls of dough, and watch what he's doing now. Just that center part, which they call the sweetest part, the thinnest part, that's what they're keeping to do the baklava. Amazing. Over here, They've taken the dough, which has carefully been weighed, and they will be placing that, if you can see here on the screen, over the pistachio part of the baklava. I believe that's pistachios. Look how those pieces of dough just seem to just fall in there, and the trained hands of these gentlemen are phenomenal. They're using butter now in between the layers of the, what we would call in this country, fila dough. So you can see there are many layers and many layers of butter, and that's what makes this treat so special. Here is the trimmer trimming the baklava tray, and right now there's another gentleman that's about to appear. There he is. He is actually cutting, look at this, by hand, each piece of baklava. Amazing. At this point, more butter is poured over it, and there is sugar in the butter also, I have been told. And now this is going to be placed in the oven. And these baklavas are about to be placed into the ovens. I didn't hear in English what the actual temperature is, so I can't tell you. But I am sure they are all even ovens. And here are some of the treats. And baklavas are different. Some have pistachios, some have walnuts, some have hazelnuts, some are different shaped, and you'll be seeing that right now. And after all of this very nice gentleman from this spectacular baklava cuisine is going to invite my guide and I for some tea. Oh, look at this baklava, it's a beauty. For some tea and baklava back in his office. And I'd like to invite all of you to baklava and tea, except I don't have any left. However, here in Mamaroneck, we do have a Turkish restaurant which does have baklava. Well, here we are back in the office, and look at the treats that we have. My guide is so happy because this is the food that she is so used to and loves, and I kind of like it too. So I had a fabulous time here, and I'm applauding him because he was so nice to us, and I hope you enjoyed this part of the video. Before we go home, let's take a last look of this beautiful country, Turkey.
Turkey, the cradle of civilizations which have had important roles in world history. There have been numerous civilizations on the soil. Turkish people welcome you with the tolerance which has been fed by these civilizations. Unique natural beauty, variety, and sometimes the country of contraries. 8,000 kilometers of shores which will attract you. Unbelievably beautiful turquoise, virgin bays are open to be explored. A happy and healthy holiday paradise with golden beaches, warm winds, and smiling dolphins.
Istanbul and ramparts are two things which you can't think of separately. These ramparts surrounding Istanbul were firstly built at the time of Constantine. Theodosius II widened them after he discovered that the city was still partly exposed. It took its position and stretched for 20 kilometres with 400 towers. In the year 413, another 5 kilometres of ramparts was added, from the Golden Horn to the Sea of Marmara, by Anthemius, who was the governor of the city. Now they are working to restore another 2 kilometres. Istanbul was protected by these ramparts from enemy attacks for years. That is why these ramparts have an important place in the city's history. These ramparts were originally by the sea, but due to the rising tides of the Golden Horn, they were later kept away from the water. Their architectural characteristics are a moat in front of the outer walls, the first protector 2 or 3 metres high between the wall and the moat. Another one following is 2 metres in thickness, outer ramparts which are 10 metres high, and when you pass the gate, inner ramparts about 13 metres high and 3 metres 40 centimetres thick. Towers were 2 or 3 metres high. They had 4, 5, 6 or 8 corners, and they were connected by 35-metre long roads. After the conquest, they were restored by Fatih the Conqueror and his sons Bayezid II and Murat IV. Istanbul, which was the capital city during Fatih's time, was standing in the centre of the empire, so ramparts were an idea of protecting the city from any hostility coming from the 3 adjacent continents. They became decorative views with gardens surrounding them and also became beautiful symbols of Istanbul.
The Bosphorus. We could not finish our visit to Istanbul without seeing the unforgettable Bosphorus. The view of the buildings from the seashore way may not seem charming, but from a boat in the sea they look very different. Especially the big houses from 18th and 19th centuries, which were built with extraordinary architecture. It's something incredible to travel through the 32 kilometers long bays connecting the Sea of Marmara to the Black Sea.